Hello and welcome to today's briefing. I'm Dana.
And I'm Matt. Let's dive into the top stories.
A man in his 20s has been arrested and bailed on suspicion of sending threatening communications to Reform UK leader Nigel Farage via social media. The Metropolitan Police confirmed this.
That's concerning. What exactly was the nature of the threat?
The reports indicate that the man made a threat to shoot Nigel Farage on social media.
Have there been any other similar incidents involving British politicians recently?
Concerns are growing over the security of British politicians following this incident, but I haven't found any other specific recent cases mentioned in the articles.
What's the current status of the arrested individual?
The man has been bailed, according to the Metropolitan Police.
I see. This incident highlights the need for vigilance in monitoring social media threats.
Exactly. It ties into broader concerns about political security and social media regulation.
Let's move on to the next story.
The U.S. Mint will soon begin producing a new $1 gold-hued coin featuring President Donald Trump's face. The coin is intended to honor his legacy.
That's interesting. Is this part of a larger commemoration?
Yes, it's to help celebrate America's 250th birthday, according to the Treasury Secretary.
What was the rationale behind choosing Trump for this honor?
The articles don't specify the exact rationale, but it mentions that the coin is to honor the enduring legacy of liberty and a lasting symbol of patriotism.
I see. So it's framed as a patriotic gesture rather than a political one.
That's how it's being presented, yes.
Moving on, what's the latest on assisted dying legislation?
France's National Assembly has given final approval to a bill allowing adults with incurable illnesses to receive lethal medication. The vote was 291 to 241.
That's significant. What's the next step for this bill?
The bill will undergo a review to determine if it complies with the French Constitution.
And if it passes, what would be the implications?
It would allow adults with incurable illnesses to receive lethal medication, marking a significant shift in France's end-of-life care policies.
Let's discuss another political development.
President Trump has threatened to expand U.S. strikes on Iran to target power plants and bridges if Tehran doesn't make a deal. He stated this in an interview with Fox News.
That's a pretty aggressive statement. What was the context of this threat?
The context was the ongoing tensions between the U.S. and Iran, with Trump warning of major damage if there's no agreement.
Have there been any reactions from Iran or other countries?
The articles don't mention specific reactions, but they note that the U.S. has continued military strikes for several consecutive days.
This escalation could have significant geopolitical implications.
Absolutely. It ties into the broader tensions between the U.S. and Iran.
Let's move to the economy. What's the latest on ASML's performance?
ASML, a Dutch chip equipment maker, has raised its 2026 revenue guidance for the second time, now expecting $43 billion to $45 billion. This is due to surging demand for AI chip-making equipment.
That's a significant upward revision. What drove this increase?
The demand for advanced chip-making equipment, particularly for AI applications, has been robust.
How does this impact their production plans?
ASML plans to expand capacity, particularly for their EUV systems, by about 30% over the next 2 years.
Let's discuss another company. What's the latest on Gautam Adani?
Gautam Adani has denied any involvement in a deal related to the dismissal of criminal charges against him. He made this statement under oath.
What were the charges about?
Adani and others were accused of participating in a bribery scheme involving Indian officials to secure power supply contracts.
And what was the reasoning behind dismissing these charges?
The Justice Department cited legal hurdles as the reason for dismissing the charges.
Adani also clarified some investment intentions, right?
Yes, he denied that any proposed $10 billion investment influenced the DOJ's decision to drop the charges.
Let's talk about another AI-related story. What's new with DeepSeek?
DeepSeek, a Chinese AI startup, is preparing for a possible IPO in 2027 and is seeking a $71 billion valuation.
That's a significant valuation. What's their current status?
They completed their first round of financing recently, raising about $7 billion at a $52 billion valuation.
And what's driving their valuation so high?
DeepSeek is considered China's national AI champion, and investors are scrambling to back it.
Moving on to financial results. What's the latest on ICICI Prudential Life?
ICICI Prudential Life reported a 27.8% increase in standalone net profit for Q1 FY27, reaching 386 crore rupees. The value of new business also grew by 24.9%.
What drove this profit growth?
The net premium income rose significantly, and new business premium grew by 21%.
That's a strong performance. Are there any other notable financial metrics?
The total revenue reached 28,395 crore rupees, and the company proposed changing its name to ICICI Life Insurance Limited.
Let's switch to sports. What's the latest on the FIFA World Cup?
Argentina beat England 2-1 in the World Cup semifinal with a late goal from substitute Lautaro Martinez.
That was a dramatic finish. How did the match unfold?
England took the lead, but Argentina came back with 2 goals in the last 5 minutes of regulation time.
And what's next for Argentina?
They will face Spain in the World Cup final.
Let's discuss the other semifinal match.
Spain defeated France 2-0, with goals from Mikel Oyarzabal and Pedro Porro, advancing to the World Cup final.
How did Spain manage to shut down France?
Spain's defensive prowess was key, and they capitalized on a penalty spot goal by Oyarzabal.
This sets up an interesting final match between Argentina and Spain.
Yes, both teams have shown strong performances throughout the tournament.
Let's move to some other sports news.
Steve Yzerman has stepped down as the general manager of the Detroit Red Wings and will transition into a senior advisor role.
What led to this decision?
The articles don't specify the exact reasons, but it was described as an abrupt change after 7 seasons without a playoff appearance.
Yzerman is a franchise legend, so this is a significant change.
Yes, he's a 3-time Stanley Cup winner and a Hockey Hall of Fame inductee.
Let's shift to entertainment. What's new with Peppa Pig?
Peppa Pig is airing new episodes on Nick Jr., including Decorating and Indoor Adventure.
What's the schedule for these new episodes?
The articles list specific airing times, such as 10:35 p.m. on Wednesday, July 15th for Decorating.
Let's discuss another entertainment piece. What's the review on Christopher Nolan's latest film?
The Odyssey, directed by Christopher Nolan, is being praised as a stunning achievement, blending epic storytelling with profound themes.
What's the general consensus on the film?
Critics are calling it an immersive and thoughtful journey, though some note that a single viewing may not be sufficient to fully appreciate its complexity.
Let's discuss another show. What's on with Judge Judy?
Judge Judy is airing new episodes on true crime, including cases involving a couple being pulled over by police and a young man with rehearsed answers.
What's the schedule for these episodes?
The articles list specific airing times, such as 3 p.m. on Wednesday, July 15th.
Let's talk about another TV show. What's the latest on Tipping Point?
Tipping Point is airing new episodes on ITV Quiz, hosted by Ben Shepherd.
What's the format of this show?
It's a game show where contestants try to win by making strategic decisions.
Let's move to a different kind of news. What's the latest on Kim Scott, Eminem's ex-wife?
Kim Scott was hospitalized after fainting at her Michigan home. Reports suggest she suffered a hemorrhage and had a suicide attempt.
That's concerning. What's her current condition?
The articles don't provide updates on her current condition, but they mention she was rushed to the hospital.
Let's discuss a global health issue. What's the latest on the Ebola outbreak in Congo?
Ebola cases in Congo have surpassed 2,000, with 754 deaths. Health workers at Bunia General Hospital went on strike over unpaid wages.
What's the impact of this strike?
The strike has affected the region's largest medical center, with health professionals barricading the entrance.
Let's wrap up with a local news story. What's the update on the crash on Bartow?
The articles mention an old crash report from 2017 and some unrelated recent incidents in Bartow, but there's no new crash update.
It seems like the story is more about past incidents than current news.
Yes, the most recent articles are about unrelated local incidents.
Well, that concludes our briefing for today. Thank you for joining me, Dana.
Thank you, Matt. It's been a comprehensive coverage of the day's top stories.